Hi, is that Cam?
Speaking, is that James?
It is indeed. How are you?
Hiya. Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks for calling.
No worries. Can you hear me okay? I'm in the car heading from the gym at the moment.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah, that's fine.
That's perfect. Hope you're doing well. Finally get to speak to you at last.
I know.
What do you do for a living then? Is it that keeps you busy?
Office work, really. So I do sort of front of the house.
Gotcha.
Sort of like, events, admin, but reception, that sort of thing.
Very good. So, what sort of industry is it?
Sorry?
What sort of industry is it?
Well, I work in an office block where it's different businesses, so there's recruitment, there's law firms.
Gotcha.
So I'm just sort of like looking after buildings, so it's kind of like facilities and stuff.
I gotcha. So it'd be like somebody calls the solicitors, you pick up the call and be their receptionist as well.
Yeah, exactly. I was just sort of, first point of call type thing.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, listen, I don't know, I speak to a lot of people every day, so I can't remember how far along the chain we've got, but we're essentially based by Bristol Meads there, railway station, not too far away from Motion Nightclub. That time.
Right.
Does that work within your radius of travel?
Yeah, that's fine. I work there in Sydney, so that's fine.
Fantastic. And then I think remember you were mentioning.
Huh?
You were keen to look at work on your strengths. Is that kind of survival?
Yeah, well, I just feel like, because I've been really out of practice, like not with the gym in like a couple of years, and I've just got all really flabby.
Gotcha.
And like my tummy's always been like, I just can't lose my tummy.
Okay.
But I just start to feel more and more like less weak, like energy. And I keep getting ill now.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I want to just like obviously tone up.
Yeah.
But strength and sort of training.
Gotcha. Okay, so put that in order of priority for me. What would be the most, if you talk about like fitness, strength, and what would be the most important?
Like I think, so say that again. Like with fitness, strength,
and physique is including the flab. Physique.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because my clothes like not fitting me.
Okay.
But I've lost a little bit of weight because I've cut down all my food now by half.
Mm-hmm.
So I've lost, I've managed to lose that half stone in the past 2 months, which is good.
Gotcha, okay.
But I just need to exercise, I think. All I'm doing is walking.
Gotcha. Okay. So what age, weight and height here?
40, oh god, 4. It's on my birthday. And I'm 5'1".
44, 5'1", and current scale weight?
What was my last time? It was like 8.5.
8.5 stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not exactly super big to begin with then, no?
No, but like, I used to be, like, I've gone up 2 dress sizes. I used to be 5'8", now I'm like 10 or 12.
Okay.
Like I said, my clothes don't fit me.
Yeah.
And I just like, my tummy's really bothering me. Like, it's like my middle's really, like, flabbed out.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And I've got, like, my arms are really flabby.
Yeah.
I know I'm not big. I know when, like, if you, like, to look at me, like, people say, like, I'm slim, but, like, I know my body.
Yeah.
I know it's, like, not in shape and stuff, so.
Gotcha, okay. So you just confirmed then you're 44, 5'1", and 8.5 stone at the moment, yeah? And you've lost half a stone within the last 2 months too.
Yeah, but I tried to put it back on again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
You will put it back on if you're not doing it right. It sounds like you shared your total calories.
Oh no!
You will. If you go, like, if you just share your calories in half, then all you're going to be doing then is shutting your metabolism down, and it's just going to come back on, unfortunately. It's just
I know. I feel it piling on.
Yeah, okay, so what would, like, a typical day look like in terms of main meals and snacks?
Oh god, it's embarrassing. Yeah, not that great actually. Just I don't cook that much. So I have kind of carby base really.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm vegetarian, so I have a lot of veg and corn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so like rice, bread.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having more and more stuff like yogurt now and just like snacking rather than eating big meals.
Okay.
Um,
So what would a typical day look like? What would you have for breakfast?
I've had porridge, like yogurt, and like the soup or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I might just wait till really late and just have brunch,
Mm-hmm.
just having breakfast.
Right.
But yeah, mostly like porridge I've been having. But I've gone off that now.
Yeah.
I've just sort of just snacking.
And what would lunch look like?
Like I'll have soup or
Mm-hmm.
like sushi. What did I have? Just like little snacky things.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just have like sandwiches, but now I'm just having like maybe just like little snack boxes like sushi or salad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Soup.
What would dinner look like?
I don't really have dinner at the moment because I just don't feel. I feel like when I have dinners, I just put the weight on. I don't need it because I don't exercise that much. I just have snacks.
Okay. What would a typical? Tell me what a typical snack would be.
Like toast or something, or like nuts, yogurt,
Yeah.
and maybe like smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Okay.
I've been ill at the moment.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times a day would you snack? In addition to your breakfast and your lunch, would you say?
How much was sorry?
How many times a day would you snack in addition to your main meals?
Not that many, not that much. My appetite's gone down a little bit, which is good. I'm just sort of, I'm having less. If I eat too much, I'll get really bloated and I won't feel good. So I don't need to eat as much food. But I think that's that's definitely like a new thing.
Okay.
Maybe an age thing. I used to have like really big meals and now I'm not that hungry anymore.
Gotcha.
But even if I do listen to it, I'll still kind of bloat out a bit.
Mm-hmm. Just for your own curiosity then, are you getting any calories from things like milk and sugar and tea and coffee, alcohol, any liquid calories?
I've cut sugar out of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I'll occasionally have like some chocolate, crisp, if I get really hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really try to cut sugar out a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to choose low sugar options. And like, I probably have too many like diet drinks. I do drink alcohol mostly at the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do drink a lot of tea and coffee, but without sugar.
How many drinks would you have a week altogether?
What do you mean? Which like alcoholic or tea?
Yeah, alcoholic.
Oh god, it depends if I'm going out, but like at the weekend maybe like 10 or something.
And what would that be?
Like vodka mixers.
Singles?
Like if it was well, I'll probably make them myself. If it's like doubles probably then.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And would you be sort of having extra calories on the weekend, eating out, dining, end of session, like kebabs or anything like that? Or
not really, no.
No. Okay.
No, I do have the occasional like pizza, or if like a flatmate's cooking for me, I'll eat I'll eat a proper dinner.
Gotcha. Okay.
But not like every day. I don't really have junk food every day or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Which is quite frustrating because I don't really eat that much, but I just sort of still find it a struggle.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, like you're on about 1,000 calories a day at the moment, which is kind of what I would call, like, for want of a better word, like a colloquial term would be like starvation macros, which means that you will lose weight, but there's functional and there's non-functional weight. So functional weight would be stuff like bone density, organ density, muscle mass, things like that, and then non-functional weight would be fat mass. The more you starve yourself, and it depends on the individual, the more of a mix of functional and non-functional fat mass you're going to drop, and also your metabolism drops as well because your body experiences like if you think about it, your body is like a survival machine, and your body thinks, wow, there's a shortage of food in the environment, so I need to slow down the metabolic process.
But I don't feel like I'm starving myself. I feel like I'm probably, I do eat when I'm hungry. So when I get hungry, I get really moody. So I'll eat if I'm hungry, but I'm not feeling as hungry as I used to.
Yeah, your hunger signals will drop down as your metabolism drops, as your sort of hormones that sort of
Yeah.
provide signals to the brain, they fade away as well. Your stomach. So you've got
Yeah.
hormones like ghrelin, which kind of they're like sensors in the stomach, and as your stomach shrinks, they're not produced as much, and you don't get hunger pangs as much because you're eating less. It's just to offset, like if somebody is in a period of starvation, they don't want to be hungry all the time, so the body kind of starts to feel sorry for itself and stops it putting out the hunger signal. So that's kind of, I would say, what's happening with you. On balance, you're eating like 1,000 calories,
Right.
and I'd say 1/4 of that or 1/5 of that is actually alcohol. So it's not a really good position to be in, because as soon as you start eating again, like your body's going to think it's game time, and it's just going to store it back on. And in the future, there's a real risk that your body will be more inclined to store as fat, because fat's a storage device. So
Yeah.
you're going through like a cyclic sort of thing, and it's very hard to maintain that in the long term. And I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a GP, although I am GP referral trained, which means I
Yeah.
can sort of make educated sort of
Yeah.
things. And the fact that you're not very well could be a fact that you're not getting any nutrition. You're not getting any
Yeah, I know.
your micronutrients. You're not getting a lot of fat in your diet if it's all carby or processed.
No, I try and have the odd smoothie, like smoothies, and get it in some way, and have vitamins. But yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, like, I just helped my mum. I just helped my mum now, and she's been trying to starve herself thin for weeks, months
Oh
even.
no.
And I've got her up to like 1,500 calories now, and she's lost 10 pounds in the last 6 weeks. Now,
Oh wow.
it doesn't sound a lot, but she's been stuck for years, and she's got
Oh.
nowhere to go. So essentially, what you need to do is you need to work with us on the nutritional front, in order to
Yeah. Yeah.
because even if you do continue to lose weight, unfortunately, I think intuitively it's going to come back on. And you said like you're quite devoid of energy as well. It's because you're not getting any calories. What your body's just not getting fuel. So there's a lot of different things there. In terms of like the flab as well, if you look at like that, people who've been on diet clubs for years and years, they just look like, for want of a better word, like sacked potatoes with held together with a bit of string, and essentially that's because they've sacrificed, they've lost all their muscle mass. Now the fact that you're losing your muscle mass and you're looking flabby is for that reason. Remember I said about
Oh no. Oh God, that's awful.
yeah, so the fact that you said like, oh, I'm flabby, but I'm not losing. You're losing your muscle mass. You're losing the skeletal muscle underneath, or and things like that. So you're going to look as though, because your body's not going to want to lose that fat, because it's this last form of storage and survival in starvation period. So essentially, you need to come out of the way you're doing things at the moment. But the good news is there's not much of a rebound time. I mean, if we can get you on the cows, that you should be eating pretty quick. There's a fast rebound whereby you do start to lose weight properly, and you start to lose the right type of weight as well, which is quite good. So essentially for you, I would say like you don't necessarily need so much. When I spoke to you very briefly before, you said, "Oh, I want to get strong." I don't think that's your priority, because if you try and do strength training now, your central nervous system is battered anyway. So you need to be doing sort of moderate, high tempo stuff to just help shed the fat, and just to get your conditioning up. If you started lifting heavy weights now, you'd probably get yourself into trouble. And
Oh no, I don't want to do. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like if I was weak, I need like to feel a bit more stronger. But I've never lifted weights. I've never done it in the gym.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So what sort of impact do you feel as though having the excess weight on you and the current way of things at the moment? How's it affecting you?
It's just sort of I think it's a confidence thing. Obviously, age thing is not helping, because that's always against you a little bit when you're trying to get fit. But yeah, just sort of don't like sort of feeling your body. When you just know your body's changing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like a bit, sometimes you feel like a bit powerless, because I don't know. I never had this much flab before. Especially on my legs. I used to have like quite muscly legs.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, noticed the other day, I was like, oh my God, this is literally so wobbly. I was just really shocked.
Gotcha.
But, I don't really actually talk about it that much, because, I just sort of try and, it's kind of almost like, I just think it'll fix itself, but, sort of like, just secretly going on my little, like, calorie reduction, but obviously that hasn't helped from what you're saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like knocking your confidence then. You feel as though the shape that you've kind of become accustomed to is fading a bit, and you need to take intervention then to make sure that the process is reversible, and it just takes somebody who knows what they're on about to sort of help you with it. If I was you to be honest, you need to get yourself on an even keel. You need to get eating properly. You need to be on temporarily a safe deficit. And as soon as you've lost the weight, then you need to embark on things like doing weight training and learning the good stuff like how to squat, how to deadlift, how to do compound movements. And those bang for the buck are the things that are going to tone you up, tighten your arms, tighten your bum, tighten your legs, and that sort of thing. And that's what we do in club. So so I've got a kind of vibe of where you are at the moment. You've been quite open with me about kind of what it's making you feel and stuff like that. Now, the way that I always explain things is, we've been coaching for a long time. Before we were my gym in Bristol as well. So we've been going out for 8 years. I've personally been in the game for, unfortunately, about 25 years now. And what we can sort of fix you and we can sort of point you in the right direction. But ultimately, everyone's got like a threshold whereby it becomes a priority in their life where they say, I've had enough. I don't want to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the way I always say is like, we're a vehicle. Now that person still has to jump in the driver's seat and they still have to, they still have to turn on the ignition and drive, which will mean embracing the nutrition, embracing the exercise and just being sort of driving themselves heading first thing. Now, it sounds by your voice you've reached that threshold, but the question that I often ask people during a consultation is, remind me the reason you got in touch and why is now the right time to embark on something?
Well, just for the reasons that you just said just now. But there's so many things on the internet that just pop up and kind of like, this is the program for you, and I pretty much ignored all of them. And then I don't know what drew. I don't know, for some reason I was drawn to this one, and I just filled out the information. I mean, after, which is like, I've seen so many, but I just kind of, I think it was the time frame as well. Like it was kind of like saying within, I can't remember what the weeks were, but like quite quick, results, which is appealing to me.
Yeah.
Because I just really, I lose interest really quickly, and I get really disheartened unless I see results quickly.
Yeah.
But I am very good at motivating myself if I think it's going to work.
Yeah.
Like I'll stick to something and do it to the end and things like that. So, but I do feel I've reached a point where it's easier to now do something than not do it. I just feel like that's my priority. I just kind of feel a bit lost. I don't know. I just need some expert, guidance. Can't do it on my own.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair assessment of kind of where you are. You do sound like, you've been trying, but you've just been going down the route that, unfortunately, the last 2 generations, Slimming World's Weight Watchers, eat less, weigh less. And of course, as I've explained there, that's not how the human body works. There's a range that you need to stay within. And you need to learn stuff like strength training in the longer term, not at the moment, in order to preserve what you've got and things like that. So, you do sound like you'd be a good fit for the program, to be honest. There's a lot of forward thinking. There's a lot of like you say, you want to do this now. You're stuck. There's a glass ceiling where you are. You can't really. The stuff you're doing isn't working, and I do think you would be a good fit. So let me give you some clarity about what we do in club.
Okay.
We'll discuss the investment and how it would all work, and if it feels like a good fit, then we can get you signed up. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Okay, so like I said, there's essentially 3 different types of training. There's the long, slow distance, there's the high impact training, and there's strength training. We do strength training and HIIT training. Strength training, like I said, wouldn't be advisable for you at the moment, but we would do more high tempo stuff. If we went for an hour, like a light jog or an hour cycle, you would burn, say, 250, 300 calories. Over the space of a week, for every hour of HIIT training or high tempo training you do, you'd burn 3 times as many. So this slab that you want to kind of burn off you at the moment, we need to be doing high tempo stuff. Make sense?
Right, yeah, okay.
Okay. Secondly then, from a nutritional point of view, there's 4 check boxes that you need to get results. Number 1 is you need to be in a safe calorie deficit. So you're massively under that deficit at the moment. You're starving yourself. So you need to bring your calories up. we need to do a proper distribution of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates for you. Because, like you said, you're quite carby, low protein, low fat at the moment. And we need to give you a definitive list of foods that are actually going to help you work in synergy with the body. Don't worry, don't necessarily have to be meat or anything like that. There is protein, lots of protein sources like artificial, like you say, or non-animal protein sources that we can work with and things like that. And then lastly, there's working on your hydration as well. So calorie deficit, this macro distribution, healthy food choices and hydration will give you total clarity on what you need to be doing in that respect.
Right.
And then the third thing then is you need to sort of just be held within a bubble for a couple of weeks to get a couple of decent results under your belt.
Right.
And the way that would work is you do an initial weigh-in with us, and then you'd sort of sign up to our app, and then every day one of our coaches would be messaging you saying, okay, Cam, you need to eat this amount of water today, these are your meals today, have you booked in for your session? So you're just constantly getting browbeaten by us to ensure that the positive habits are forming. And you don't have to think about anything. All you need to do is turn up, do what we say, eat as we say, and then after your first couple of weeks, then you'll notice a big drop. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it's 3 pillars to success: exercise, nutrition, and support, and we've covered all those. Now, with the 28-day challenge, you're going to go through a bit of a rebound effect. So I would say that the biggest thing for you is you're going to notice that your body's going to get a lot tighter. On the scales, I couldn't really tell you at this moment. Now, if you've been like a healthy sort of size 8 before, as a result of the transformation, you could be losing, you could be going down to like a tight 10, maybe a 10. You will see significant difference. It's difficult for me to tell at the moment. If somebody gave me a complete and concise picture over the phone, I could use a little formula in my head and I could tell you, right, you're going to lose this much. But with the rebound effect, I'd be guessing, and I wouldn't want to do that. But you will. Significant.
I'm not even too bothered about the weight. I've never been obsessed with my weight. It's more how I look, and if my clothes fit me, and just how I look. And like if it's, I've got flabby bits, and it's, like I've never really gone on my weight because I don't know, 'cause I'm quite petite anyway and quite short. But it's more like just being like toned and like flatter. So I'm not, so I'll be fine if I'm just kind of like, if I look okay and my clothes are fitting and I'm not bulging out everywhere. That's what I mean, so I'm not, I try not to weigh myself that much because I just get like, down about it.
It's a clothes thing, I get it. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Well, listen, it's for the investment for the challenge, it's an investment of 149. And we can do split payments of 74.50, split at the start of the challenge and halfway through. What's your thoughts on that?
So is that per month?
That's for the month, for the 28-day challenge.
What, 74 per month?
No, it's 149 altogether. And with that, you get 4 small group sessions with maximum class size of 8. We look after all your nutrition. And then you get daily coaching support as well.
Okay. So what's the payment option that I can do?
You can do a single payment or split payment of 74 at the start, and then 74 halfway through.
Right. Okay. Okay, and then I think I can manage that.
Perfect. Should we go ahead and get you signed up?
Do I have to pay now?
We would need some sort of placeholder deposit now.
Okay, I'm just on my phone. I'm not.
I can set you up on the system. You'll get a little email confirming who we are, etc.
Yeah.
And then what we can do is, if you trust me enough, I can take your card details. If not, I can send you a link, and you can do the card payment.
No, I trust you. It's not that. I just need. Because I'm on my phone now.
Right.
I just need to sort of go into my online banking and just sort of like.
I'll make a transfer.
I just have to make sure which cards I'm using and stuff like that. So it's not I don't trust you. If you can send me the link.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I could pay the 74 and then that would help me. Yeah. And then when can I start?
Yeah. Are you free this Friday morning?
Unfortunately, no. I'm working 8 to 5, and then I'm going home to my mum's this weekend because that's part of my trying to just like not go out drinking this weekend and just sort of like just have really healthy, like be at home.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm sitting up drinking and going out. So I've already arranged it at home.
Gotcha. So can I just ask, let me have a look. Is it within the realms of possibility? Do you drive?
No, I don't.
Okay, gotcha. Let's have a look. Because we have got fairly early.
Very green.
That's it. You haven't got a pedal cycle now?
No, I'm just a bit useless.
Don't worry.
I walk everywhere.
Because how far away from our club would you be if for motion?
Well, I work near Castle Park, so I'm not too far from Central Mead.
If you felt like it was in your sort of walking zone, should we say, we have got appointments for weigh-ins at 7:30 on Friday morning.
Right.
I don't know whether you...
7:30?
Yeah, 7:30 a.m. or
I think tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Do you want to fight the
bullet? How long will it take?
It's only going to take 5 minutes to get weighed.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. As long as I get to work at 8, that's fine.
You happy enough for that, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.